coming right now.
Yes.
Hold him perfect. Now tight.
People often ask how we are given our formation positions. Well, red 1 is at the front, obviously. He has to have been a wingman in the past. So red 1 now was red 3 in 2009. He then was in the synchro pairs, red 7 in 2010, and then red 6 in 2011. So red 1 always has to have been a wingman in the past. He'll then get invited back to lead the team. And he's invited back by the upper echelons, the senior members of the Royal Air Force, to come and lead the team. Reds 2 and 3 are always first-year pilots. So they're almost the more simple positions to fly, being near red 1. So they're the first-year pilots right on the leader's wings at the Reds 2 and 3 positions. And then it's broadly that the odd-numbered pilots fly on the left and the even-numbered pilots fly on the right. So red 2 is on red 1's right wing and red 3 is on red 1's left wing. Red 6 and 7 fly directly behind the leader in most shapes in what we call the stem. So they're flying in line astern. Red 6 is the leader of the synchro pair during the second half when they perform opposition manoeuvres, and red 7 is synchro 2. So he will fly opposite red 6 during those opposition manoeuvres. So red 6 is always in his final year in the team, whether it be his third or fourth year. This year he's in his fourth and final year, Flight Lieutenant Steve Morris. So he leads the synchro pair, and he will always have been red 7 in the preceding year. So next year, this year's red 7 will become red 6. So that's how reds 1, 2, 3, 6 and 7 are given their positions. Here we go again as they come in Apollo. Let's put our hands together for Major Tim Peake, Rhyl. Let's do that. I have to admit, I'm very jealous of Major Tim. It's quite nice walking into a place, fighter pilots always think they're very cool, but when you walk into a room and there's either a Formula 1 driver or a spaceman, a space shuttle pilot in the room, then it does belittle being a fighter pilot somewhat. And that's exactly what happened at the Rhyl Airshow this year, where I was lucky enough to meet Major Tim Peake. No one wanted to speak to the Red Arrows anymore. He definitely is the man of the moment. So once again, coming back round in the Typhoon shape. Remember what I said about the pilots flying their references on red 1's jet? It's the same in every shape we fly. So red 7, who's at the very back now with the white smoke on, is ignoring every other jet in that formation. He's just looking at red 1's aircraft. The senior members of the team tend to fly at the back of the formation, where the flying is somewhat more difficult. They've got a lot more experience, having flown for 2 or 3 years in the team. So reds 8 and 9 this year are the third-year pilots. They started off at the front as reds 2 and 3, then they moved to red 4, and now they're reds 8 and 9. So they've dropped back the more proficient they've become. I just heard red 9 say they're going to fly the Tornado again. Normally we fly this with just white smoke, but he's just asked if they can fly it with coloured smoke. So you're not going to see this anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get the Tornado coming in from the right, but it's going to be a red, white and blue Tornado. So get your cameras ready.
Excuse me, sir.
Is in fact just pure diesel fuel that's carried in a container underneath the aircraft. That is then injected into the aircraft's engine exhaust, which burns at around 400 degrees centigrade. So we inject diesel into the engine exhaust, that makes it vaporize to give us the white smoke. To get the red and blue, we add a dye to the diesel using a special mixing machine, and then that is then put into the same pod And we can carry 5 minutes of white smoke and a minute each of red and blue in a specially modified container under each aircraft. The way we operate it is on the control column. So imagine the joystick, which is operated by the pilot's right hand for going up, down, left and right. On there are 3 buttons. I mentioned that the Hawk was designed as a weapons trainer. Well, the button which used to drop bombs and fire missiles now operates red smoke in our airplanes. The button that was used on your ring finger of your right hand to mute air traffic control if they were talking over you instructing a student operates the blue smoke. This is Swan. So your ring finger on your right hand operates the blue smoke, and then where your thumb sits naturally, if you can imagine holding a joystick, where your thumb sits naturally is a white smoke button. And in the original weapons trainer Hawk, that was operating a camera when the pilots were doing dogfighting training. So you could get in your gun sight, you would have a camera then, so you could go and debrief your dogfight. Once again, red 6 and 7 moving across now to the opposite sides. They're getting ready to come back to put the white smoke on. As we come back round again in Big Vixen. So carrying 5 minutes of white and a minute each colour of the red and blue, we actually designed the display so that we use as much of the colour and white smoke as possible. It's actually choreographed almost to the second of using the right amount of smoke. And sometimes you might see we do actually run out of smoke.
Are you joking me?
So again, that is the end of the first half. So red 1 is going to position over to our left-hand side, and just is going to come out of that brilliant sun landscape with a great orb in the distance, and he's going to come back and give us a final red, white and blue flying past. So that is unfortunately all we're going to get with the cloud that's just hung around. It's just been very consistent, right in the wrong place. So they'll be coming back from the left-hand side in just a minute. So I'm sorry we couldn't get the dynamic portion of the show in. Of course, we do have limits for the safety of everybody, not just the pilots, but everyone here in the crowd. The number one priority in everything we do is safety, which is why we have weather limits, and I'm just sorry to say it's below our limits for our second part. So we've done what we can. Very frustrating because there are gaps around, but just not quite in the right place. So now what we'll see, the jets will be coming in big battle. They're going to have their air brakes out, I hope. What that means is that it's a big panel that hangs down at the back of the jet, and that creates drag to slow the aircraft down. So a little switch on our left hand where we operate the throttle to go faster and slower. We put the air brake down to create drag and slow the jet down, but a secondary effect of that is you need a much higher power setting to maintain speed. And that higher power setting means the engine burns hotter, and therefore gives us a much deeper colour in our red and blue smoke. And hopefully red 1 will be doing that as he runs in from the left. So Rhyl, now it's your turn. I'm going to hold my left hand up with the radio in it, and then it's everybody around the double-decker bus's turn and on the beach to clap and cheer as loud as you can. I know we haven't seen the whole display, but have you enjoyed what you've seen, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, well I think they might be able to hear that. You might be able to do it a bit louder than that. I think this is from the 1920s, this radio, so it's not very good. You have to be twice as loud at least. The air brakes have come out. Red 1 is going to talk to you before I then raise my hand. So listen in. I'm going to give the radio to Red 1, and he's got a message for everyone here at the seafront. So, ladies and listening, I'm going to give you a Red 1.
Rhyl, this is Civil and David Montenegro, Red 1, talking to you from the formation. Thank you so much for your support and coming to see us fly today. We've loved flying for you, and it looks like a great crowd. Red, welcome!